Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with my fairy treasures. Okay, I'm back with some more mixed media. Today we're going to create this picture, the background, and this picture, and I hand drew her over on this side. So we'll have a double page spread. She'll have a little twin, and we'll even color up this girl that I drew, do the hair, whole hair thing, and color her up and put her over here. We'll use a different color palette, I believe. I think I'm going to use a different color. Well, I think we'll do the same. We're going to do the same color palette for her hair. So they're twins as far as hair. But we'll do different color eyes. We'll do different colors on her makeup and things like that and change her up a little bit. So you guys can see how I did the hair and how I colored this girl up. But the first thing we have to do is the background. And the background is a bunch of Diane Reevely techniques and Diane Reevely sprays. So super excited, and a bunch of Diane Reevely stencils. Now, to do this, do you have to use her sprays? No. Do you have to use her stencils? No. All you have to do is just, you know, use all or some of these techniques. So, and that's what it's about. It's really not about the products. It is about the products, but it's really about the techniques, because you can do these with the sprays, whatever sprays you have sitting around. So, but I do love Diane sprays because they're so bright and they're just beautiful. I absolutely love them. Okay, so let's, oh, I wanted to show you. This is the girl that's right here that I drew. So I think she turned out really good. I'm calling her, what am I calling her? Just calling her crazy hair. So I think she came out really pretty. And I am going to do this. And people have been asking this for a while, and I just need to get up off my keister and get it done. I am going to start putting, every time I draw a picture, I will put a little kit together. I'll put a kit together of the girl, a hand drawing of the girl. This size, I'll give you a 5x7 size. And I will give you a print of the picture already done as a little kit. So every time I do it, I'll try to make up a little kit and sell that on my Etsy shop. And it'll be like maybe, I don't know, $3 or $4, something like that. So I think that'll be a good little deal. So, okay, let's get started. But at the end, when we're done doing this, by the time this is all done, over the next few videos, you'll be able to order this. If I get it done today, I'll let you know on the next video. Or you can just check my Etsy shop. The links are always below. Okay, so let's get started. Let me scoot this over here so you guys can see. Let me put plastic on top of this so we have some protection. I don't know if I get some overspill over here, but I really don't want overspill over her face. That's the main thing I wanted to protect. So we will, oh geez, put a clip on that. There we go. Okay. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray water. Just lightly mist with some water. Okay. And then we're going to use 3 colors. We're going to use, what are we going to use? Crushed grape. Is that what I have here? Crushed grape. We're going to use bubblegum pink, which I love this bubblegum pink. I need to buy more. And we're going to use sunshine. So we're going to use these 3 colors. So we'll do some bubblegum pink right here. Okay. And we'll do the grape right here. And we'll do the sunshine. This is called sunshine. I made my own sunshine up using liquid watercolors I get at Blick's. I ran out of hers, and I had the liquid watercolors, so I just made my own up, and I really came out with that color. So, very cool. And we'll put some more of the bubblegum pink right here. Over here in the corner. Okay, come on. Okay. Now, if you're using a book and you have you have a 2-page spread, you could take this at this point and just go like that, and start the other page. But since we don't have another page, this is actually just soaking into this really well. All right, so since, you know what, this is actually, well, you know what, let me grab another piece of paper. And this way we can, I can start another page. So you can either start another page, close your book, and have your two pages done at the same time. You can have a tag, or you can have another page just waiting to sop up the mess. Okay, this didn't sop up very much because this paper here really absorbed it. Let me talk about that really quickly. Okay, I am not using watercolor paper, and I'm not using Diane Reevely's book. Her books or watercolor paper, I'm not sure about watercolor paper, but I know her book, it absorbs some of the color in a certain way, but it doesn't absorb it as much as this. This is two pages, sketchbook pages, glued together. So it really absorbed the ink. I think her paper doesn't absorb it. It absorbs it, but not too much. So anyway, just to let you guys know what I'm working on. So you're going to get different reactions with different paper. And if you use her scrapbook, if you use her paper, you'll easily be able to, the watercolor won't soak in. So you'll easily be able to go like this and get a whole nother page going. But not now because this paper soaked it up. Okay, so there's another thing I want to show you guys, and it doesn't work too good on this paper, but if you were to use probably watercolor paper or definitely Diane's paper, it would work better. If you take a stencil like this, you could do a thing called a ghosting technique, and it's just taking a stencil, a pretty open stencil, but you can do it with a stencil that's not so open, and you just spray water, just plain old water. And what it does, it removes some of the ink out, and it may not ghost that well. Oh, it did it. And it removes some of the ink off and leaves a little bit of a ghosting behind. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. And then you just roll a paper towel over it to kind of dry it a little bit. And I'm looking to see. It ghosted a little bit, you guys. I'll have to show you sometime in either Diane's book or paper that does it better. But anyway, that's the technique. And what it'll do is it'll leave like a little ghosting of this left behind. Didn't do it too well, but I just wanted to show you at least that technique, okay? All right. I'll put that back here. I'll do that after that. Okay, so I'm going to dry this page, and then we're just going to spray color through stencils. Let's dry it. Okay, look how beautiful her colors come out. They're just gorgeous. Let me just bring this over so I have a little bit more protection when I do my sprays. Okay, so let's spray through some stencils and let's just create some, let me take off all the lids. And I'm still going to use the same 3 colors to spray through these stencils to create this background. And if you stick with the same colors, it just really makes things, it keeps things cohesive if you do that. Okay. It keeps things looking like they're in the background. If I was to take a big thing of just another color, it would be more obvious, right? So it's just better to just use your same colors. And, oh, that looks cool. Use your same colors and it'll build a more cohesive background. And it'll look like it's in the background. When you want something to just really stand out, then go with a color that kind of competes. That's what I'm trying to say. Am I being clear? Somebody's going, not really. Oh, that looks cool. Look how quick and easy spraying through a stencil you can create a background. It's like ridiculous how quick and easy you can do this. That looks cool. Okay. And I think we're going to, let me see if there's anything else I want to do. Yeah, I need to break this up over here. Cool. That looks cool, and then we'll do this over here too. We'll go this way with it. Very nice. Now, because I use these stencils also, well, not just with sprays, I use them with like my acrylics and stuff. I will take all these stencils that I've used sprays with and go wash them off when I'm done. When I'm done doing all this kind of stuff, because it will, it's watercolor. So it will, if you use some acrylic paint over it, it'll reconstitute it and go right into that acrylic paint for the next thing you work on with your stencils. So, just to let you know that. Yeah, I'm loving how this turned out here. I do want to throw a little bit of white on here with these bubbles. So let's get a little bit of white paint. I would use she has a white spray, but I don't think I have it. I had it, but I think I used it all because I can't find it. So I think I've used it all. Very pretty. All right, so let's get some white paint on here. And this blue that just splattered on here, that was on here from before. That got splattered from something else, which is fabulous. When things like that happen, it's just happy little mistakes that create something else. So, and do I care if I get this really perfect? No. Just looking for interest and background. There we go. Cool. And I'll show you something else you can do. You can also mix right on top of here. I'm going to do it. I'll do it with this, and I will do it with the orange. You can use her paints, Diane Reevely's paints, and go through stencils also, right on top of the spraying. And you can do it vice versa too. So let's do that. So I'm going to take her paints here. We're going to go right through a stencil. Let me grab some sponges. And we're going to go right on top of the sprays. Let me grab another stencil of some sort. Go with this one. We'll just go through it like this. And here's another layer. So you can do another layer with the paint right on top of the sprays. You could also, instead of doing like, you know how I sprayed in 3 or 4 different areas, you can use her paints with a baby wipe, do that first, and then do sprays over that. So there's never... What I'm trying to say is the ideas are endless. With anything. Now, everything I did, you can use whatever sprays you have. You could bust out your acrylic paints and do that over this. You do not have to use Diane's paints. Now, do I love Diane's paints? Yeah. I think they are fabulous. I don't feel like anybody's paints are as concentrated as hers. They are just so beautifully made and so concentrated. If you want something to end up really bright, her colors are the way to go. For sure. Love her stuff. Love. Okay. I need to add some more interest over here. Okay. And we need a little bit more up here. Cool. I'm loving that. And let's add a little bit more right here. Very cool. Love it. Oh, you know, there's one other color that I did not add in here that I added over there, and I think I want to add it. Okay, I'm really mixing things up. Remember when I sprayed the 3 base colors down? See right here, I added this turquoise, and I think that turquoise would really add to this whole thing. So let me spray that in here really quick. Right here, let's spray it in. See how that looks. Cool. Just added more interest. So as you can see, there's just no right or wrong, like always. Cool. Okay, now another thing I want to do is I want to add some white splatters to this whole thing. So we're going to add some white splatters. Let me get my brush out. Alright, just a second, guys. I'm just still grabbing some water to make the splatters. Hopefully that'll be, yep, perfect. So let's add some splatters here. Love it. Okay. Next, let's dry this, and then I want to add some script writing onto this. Okay, I want to add some script to this, but before I do the script on this, I want to, I can take this off of here now. See the script here? I want to add that, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and add a border on here. And that'll give this paper a little bit more time to dry, so I'm not just sitting here drying. Okay, so we're going to take some black paint. See, this is a Diane Reevely stencil, which I absolutely love, and it's a border stamp. So we're going to put a border in right here, going there, or we're going to do it this way. I lied. We're going to do it this way. I'm going to turn it. I think it'll still work out doing it this way. Yeah, that should look good still. Because, see, I want it to continue like this, because if we're doing a double page spread, if I do this, that'll break up the page. So I have to decide if I want to break, well, I have to decide if I want to do it like that or if I want to do it like this. I think we'll be fine doing it like that. I don't think it's going to break. I think it'll still look really good. Yeah. All right. I always say don't fret about it, so let's not fret about it. Let's just do it and go. Right? Right. All right. So we're going to get some black paint. She also has a stamp that you can use that's these leaves also. But today I'm going to use the stencil. So here we go. Yep, that looks good. There we go. Fabulous. So there's that. Then I want to take, I put oil pressure right here on this side. I want to do something else here on this side. That doesn't completely, not the same thing, but something cool. I think I'm going to use right here. This says steam and an arrow. So let's put that right here in black. And you know what? I'm just going to continue up with these numbers right here. Because I can. That looks cool. Yay, I love that. Okay, and then on the bottom, let's do number 52 industrial on the bottom. I could have done leaves all the way around on the border, but I didn't, so. But that's another option. I could have done that. Actually, let's center this. Now, this is not a Diane Reevely or Dylusion. Her name is Diane. Diane Reevely is the one who created this whole line and these techniques. And Dylusions is what's the name of her products. So this isn't a Dylusion stencil. This is an Andy Skinner stencil, which I love. Perfect. Very cool. Okay. And do I want to do anything else, or do I think I like what I got here? For some reason, I'm seeing a number 15 like right up and through here. Let's just do it. Nope, not enough paint on there. Okay, you guys, and we're getting close to 30 minutes. This video is going to cut off. And when it does, just go ahead and head to the next one. And when you head to the next one, it'll be like I never even left you. Cool. Like that. Just in a little number 15 there. That looks good. Okay, so now, next step, let's dry this. And then use the script stamp. Make sure you guys are seeing everything. There we go. Yeah, this is looking cool. Let's use this. Let's dry this, and then we'll use the script stamp. Okay, so that's dry enough. Let's now use the script stamp and do some script over it, because you guys know I love to do that on everything. So here's my script stamp. Okay, let me move my iPad out of the way. So I have more room. Oh, it's amazing when I don't have my iPad sitting here, how much more room I have. Just a second, rearranging some things. Oh, I love that. I have so much more room now that my iPad isn't sitting right here. Okay. So now I got our script stamp, and let's just script stamp over everything. Okay. You guys know I love script stamp. It just adds a whole nother layer onto your piece, and I just think it looks fabulous. I don't know what it adds. I think it adds the soul to all my pieces because I absolutely love it. I talk about it you guys are sick of hearing about it. I talk about it every piece I do. You guys always hear me, let's fairy dust it. In fact, I didn't even call it a fairy dust today. I called it just white splatters, but that's fairy dusting. And you guys were all like, I know, you have to script stamp it and you have to fairy dust it. But it's good. It's good to like have some things like that are your style. So when someone sees your piece, they'll be like, oh, that's Angela. She always does that. Or that's Sue's style, or that's Allison's style, you know? So, it's good. Okay, there we go. We probably got enough script stamping now. I want a little bit more up in here. Okay, that's good. And I'm going to clean off my stamp just by stamping it over on a blank sheet of paper over here. There we go. Look at the time situation. Yes, I'm sure my video has switched over to a new video. Okay, so continuing on still, The next thing we want to do is see how over here I highlighted all the leaves. I put little veins in all the leaves over here. Now a lot of times you use a white paint pen. I love this white Jelly Roll pen. You get them at Hobby Lobby. This is where I got them. They're the white Jelly Roll pens. They're so nice. I get them at Hobby Lobby up by the register. You get 2 or 3 in a pack. So they're like $5, but use a coupon. I love these. And I was just looking the other day because I was at Hobby Lobby, and they still have them up at the register. That must be like the spot for them, for these. Okay, good. You guys can see. Let me bring you in a little bit closer if I can. There we go. So I'm just adding some little veins and kind of drawing around it. And when you draw around it, don't worry about being perfect. It does not have to be perfect at all. Just go around it, and how it ends up is how it ends up. When I was learning from Diane Reevely, she was showing that, and you know, it just looks cooler when it's just kind of haphazardly drawn in and outlined, not like perfectly. So I think I can remove that wax. I don't think I need that wax paper there anymore. So let's do this.